Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to yet another episode of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. It's Wednesday, new release day here on the channel. We're bringing lots of stuff to you of late because I've got a huge stack of new releases. Stuff is coming out hot and heavy in the worlds of heavy metal, hard rock, progressive rock, fusion, classic rock. All across the spectrum, all sorts of things coming in. I'm trying to listen to everything as fast as I can and give it enough attention so I can talk to you guys about it. Today, had this one for a little bit, had a bunch of you request this, and this is a band that I've always kind of dug, but I haven't listened to in a long time, and it seems that I've missed like a whole bunch of their albums, so what better time to get back into a band than on their latest album. They are from Canada. They are on Unicorn Digital Records. This is their 8th studio album. The band is Mystery. The album is Redemption. If you know anything about this band, they always have very cool cover art. This album is no exception. This follows their 2018 critically acclaimed album, Lies and Butterflies, which I have not heard. Before that, they had Delusion Reign 2015, The World is a Game 2012. I believe that's the last album I heard from the band. And before that, One Among the Living 2010, Beneath the Veil of Winter's Face 2007. That's the first album I ever heard from the band. So I've only heard a few. Destiny came in 98 and Theater of the Mind came in 96. So they've been around for a number of years. And let's take a look at this. As the CD goes flying out of the digipack. Thankfully just landed on the rug. So let's show you here. Got a nice little live shot there and the rest of the guys in the band. Pull the booklet out. There's the full artwork. It's pretty nice, right? Yeah, I always really like their album covers. All right, more artwork. Got full lyrics. More pics of the guys in the band, who I will tell you about in just a sec. Okay, so the band is comprised of Jean Page, and they're all French Canadians, right? So I got to make sure that I believe they're from Quebec area, if I remember correctly. Jean Pajot, I hope I say all these correct. Vocals, keyboards, and flute. Michel Saint Pierre, or I always want to say Pierre. Michel Saint Pierre. I think that's how he says it. I've been communicating with Michel for many, many years, and we even met like once at Nearfest like a million years ago. Electric acoustic guitars and keyboards. He is the brainchild behind the band. He's also the main guy behind the Unicorn Digital label. Francois Fournier, bass guitars, Taurus pedals, keyboards, and tambourine. Sylvain Monod on electric and acoustic guitars. Jean-Sébastien Goyet on drums. And Antoine Michaud on keyboards, electric and acoustic guitars, and a little bit of harsh vocals, right? Produced by Michel Saint Pierre, executive producer, Unicorn Digital Inc., recorded and mixed by Michel at Studio Illusion 4 in Mirabel, Quebec, Canada. Cover artwork by Kevin Carden. So, that's what you get here. Now, on to the music itself. These guys, it's progressive rock for sure. As for like what type of prog this is, very melodic, symphonic progressive rock, bordering on at times like AOR melodic rock. So they have always been at the more kind of melodic end of the spectrum as far as prog rock goes. They do love the long songs and things like that, but it's definitely really, really strong vocals, soaring vocal harmonies, lots of tasty melodic guitar solos. Not big on heavy, big riffy songs. Not big on like really extended guitar solos and between keyboards and guitars and very, very intricate passages. Much more of a song-based band. At least that's my experience with them. And then listening to this album, it's kind of more of the same of that, which is good. It's kind of like their trademark and very pleasing to listen to. I'm reminded, Jean Pajot, who is the singer, I believe this is his second album with the band. He sounds a lot like 80s era Geddy Lee. Okay, so if you remember, Geddy was much, much more of a high-pitched screamer back in the 70s with Rush. As the 80s kind of wore on, he had more of the kind of like this mid-range thing. He still had that high-pitched voice, but more of a mid-range. That's very much what you get on this album. quite good, I might add. There are your lengthy tracks. You get one 12 and change, one 19, and one 9. The rest fall between like kind of 5 to 8 minutes, right? So everything is fairly long here. Lots of room for the band to kind of stretch out the arrangements. Like I said, they don't go bananas with excessive soloing, but the songs are long, and there are lots of changes and things like that. Lots of moments of atmosphere, moodiness, and then the more upbeat stuff. It's really nice mix of things on here. And like I said, you got a couple guys playing keyboards, you got a couple guys playing guitar, so the arrangements are really rich. It starts off with a song called "Behind the Mirror," which I like quite a bit. That's one of the more melodic and hook-laden tracks on the album. Pulls you right in. The title track, Redemption, a little darker, a little heavier. I like that quite a bit. Then you got The Beauty and the Least. That's a little bit more of a laid-back track. It is pretty long. It's like 9 and change. But here you allow more of the symphonic nature of the band to take over. Then you got Every Note and Pearls of Fire. Pearls of Fire is another one of the epic tracks on here. Some really nice guitar playing from the band on here. You know, Michel is a very, very tasty guitar player. And again, I'm not 100% sure who's playing like all the leads on this album, or whether they're both taking part in that. That I do not know. It does not say. So I would assume they're sharing lead guitar slots. You got My Inspiration is up next, 8 minutes and change. Then Homecoming, which is again more of kind of like that melodic, soaring, kind of very symphonic, but still kind of enough pop hooks type of track. Like I said, if you like the more memorable hook-laden style of prog rock, this is definitely the album for you. And then, I hate to say it because sometimes it's cliche to say it, I think my favorite track, other than like the first track, Behind the Mirror, and Redemption are probably my two favorites from the first half of the CD, but Is This How the Story Ends, which is the big 19-minute long epic at the end. That's really good. Nice use of dramatics, and there's some cool riffs and passages in here. I really love the guitar work on this particular song, and I like how it kind of takes you on a journey. There's like peaks and valleys all throughout this song, of moments of a little more aggression, then some stuff it's a little mellower, a little more symphonic. There's some nice little acoustic bits in here as well. Really nicely done. The whole album is just really well produced, really pleasing on the ears. Again, if you like kind of like Saga, I hate to keep mentioning two Canadian bands, but like Saga and 80s Rush, you know, both of those bands, proggy, but very much incorporating kind of pop hooks and more kind of traditional song structures. That's what you kind of get on this album. I could also maybe Asia, but definitely more proggy Asia, you know, from the first couple albums. Maybe some of the more kind of melodic rock and AOR works of Kansas, and even some of the more complicated Journey songs from early in their catalog. Yeah, kind of some of that. So I think you kind of get the point here. It's just very, very melodic, AOR themed or sounding progressive rock, modern progressive rock. I hate to use the term neo-prog because they don't really sound like IQ and Pendragon and Marillion, that sort of thing, other than the fact that, you know, like Pendragon has a lot of great hooks in their music as well. I would think you get that here as well. I can also kind of recommend that for that particular reason. But yeah, I enjoy this. This is really strong. Again, you know, not the type of band that I listen to all the time, you know, this type of thing. I do like this on occasion, but there's so many bands that are doing this sort of thing after a while. It's just like, you know, I can only listen to so much. But I really enjoy this, and like I said, I've always kind of liked this band, but it's been a while since I listened to them, any of their new releases, so I might have to go check out some of the more recent ones as well. So Redemption from Mystery, I'm going to give this is an easy 3.5 to 4 out of 5 star. All right. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle there. Very, very, very strong album. Yeah, I'm just going to give it a 4. 4 out of 5. There's nothing to not like here, right? There's nothing to not like here. Great melodies, cool harmonies. The vocalist is outstanding. Great guitar work. Just enough keyboards and nice, interesting songs that are filled with memorable bits and vocals and things, and if you like the longer tracks, there's quite a lot of them here. So yeah, it kind of scratches all the itches. You know, if you're looking for something that's like gonna just constantly remind you of the bands from the 70s, that's not really this. and that's not something that they generally go for. So you're not going to hear like Yes and Genesis and Gentle Giant and ELP here. That's not what they're all about. But definitely more song based, but lots of long songs, lots of intricate arrangements, and just quite good. But it's all about the memorable songs and the vocal harmonies and melodies and things like that. So, and some tasty guitar playing. So there you have it, Mystery Redemption. Check it out if you haven't. If you have, let us know what you think down below. If you haven't, go give it a listen and then come back and let us know what you think. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff on the channel. I am Pete Pardo. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alerted to all of our content as a post. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, we've got the links below to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations as well as our merch page. So thanks in advance for all that. And we'll see you soon here. You might get one more. I'm going to try so hard to get you the new Immortal today. We'll go from this to black metal, right? Just like that. That's how we roll here. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Pete Pardo. See you soon. Bye-bye.